TWM Podcast. Hello, I am Matty Deller, and welcome to Best of the Rest, your Friday roundup of the odds and ends in your wrestling week. And this is most definitely odds and ends, no question. TWM Podcast, that is what you are listening to. We bring you wrestling content 6 days a week, available on all the usual places: Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Acast, Podbean, YouTube, TuneIn, wherever else you get your pods. And we thank you very, very much for downloading them. Matty Deller here, joined by my friend and yours, Joseph Kingsley.
Hello.
Joseph Kingsley Yanar, if you're going to go full name. So
not full name, but like, no one bothers with that.
Well, we're not going full name. We're going name and
then people.
Yeah, name on CV, not name on birth certificate. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one because we're in a unique position where both NXT UK and Impact were just post-game shows for their respective pay-per-views, because of course last weekend we had TakeOver Blackpool 2 and then we had Hard to Kill. So
it's a nice little follow-up from Monday, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's pretty much this is the epilogue, if you will, for that.
I feel like I spent the entire week with you, Matthew.
Yeah, so we thought, why not regale you with stories from Wednesday? You would have seen all over social media as well that we went to the BT Sport housewarming party. So we thought, one, why not get in there with BT Sport and give them another plug by talking about the party? And two, there's a bunch of funny stories from that night, so we'll have a little discussion about that. But before we get into that, we should have a little shufty through some of the big goings-on from NXT UK and Impact. Now, we can't really recap both shows because there's literally not enough to really recap, if we're brutally honest. So I thought we'd just go through some of the big stories from both of them. And we're going to start off with Impact because they managed to get themselves kicked off Twitch.
Yes, they did.
In dramatic fashion as well, not going to lie. So, in case you didn't see this, if you go on I don't know whether they've been got back up online as of time of recording, but they aired Impact live as they do on Twitch, alongside the airing on Access TV, and there was a segment with Rob Van Dam that was actually, I will say, quite an amusing segment, because we said it before, RVD's new character in Impact is actually really. It's made RVD interesting again, and this is coming from someone who's a massive Rob Van Dam fan.
I will say that they are still blocked from Twitch. Sorry, unless you've got a time machine, that content is unavailable.
So they are still blocked. And they did a video of Van Dam basically putting himself over, and then Katie Forbes barely in a bikini, starts moaning that he's talking about wrestling a lot, and then his girlfriend's girlfriend Jennifer turns up, and he just what I love is they obviously do the hard cuts with the static, and every time he cuts back he's just more and more slightly disheveled, covered in makeup, and then what I love is my favourite bit is him cutting the promo while he's just got kisses and whipped cream all over his face, and then they talk about. They get some bad puns where he goes, "Let's Rob Van Dam, take off that robe, Van Dam," and then the one goes, "Let's see that Rob Van," and they cut away. It's incredibly well done, but at the same time, you can see why it got them in trouble, Joe.
Once upon a time, we had a Twitch channel. Once upon a time, a friend that will remain unnamed was happy to go onto said Twitch channel. No clothing was taken off, but she used to pick provocative tops. These days, that would get you banned off Twitch.
I was going to say, I was like, we still have a Twitch channel. I'm thinking, previous life. Yeah, I got what you mean. Yeah.
Yes, we still do have a Twitch channel, but we don't do that much video content on it. Once upon a time, I had a Twitch. I was involved in a Twitch channel, which had a fair amount of video content from it. That was a story from then. Yeah, that would get you off Twitch. This
was borderline softcore pornography without the happy ending, so to speak.
I mean, I'm here for Rob Van Dam being pro wrestling's answer to Hugh Hefner,
but less problematic. There's some things about Hugh Hefner that went around. I like because Don Callis came out and said, like, we have the scope to go to skew a bit more adult. And they do, because you have, like, the drug references, you have more violence references. But the key thing is, I've noticed the Impact, they're doing these things, and they are risque, they are over the top, but they're not grotesque. Even, like I struggle. Like, when I watched Hard to Kill, I watched it on my phone. I had to, like, cover my phone with the Katie Forbes entrance, because it is a bit much. But it's not, like... It's... not safe for work, but it's not ECW levels. They're doing it quite well.
Yeah, they are definitely tiptoeing on the line.
Yeah,
like they're a trapeze artist right now. I can't wait to see how they fall off. Oh, maybe they have with this Twitch thing.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Is like they've got to be careful, because they are skewing towards more adult content, and if the audience is there, it seems like the audience is there for it, but they are sort of got a bait of many masters, one of them being Twitch, and it's gonna, hopefully we'll hear that they've kind of sorted out any issues with Twitch in the future. But yeah, it just seems to, the thing is, it wasn't exactly like, it's one of those things of like people getting upset about that and getting them banned off Twitch, when literally if you look at stuff like Always Sunny in Philadelphia is on probably around the same time as that. And Archer as well, and they're saying worse things are happening on them.
No, this is the thing. They're off Twitch because that segment specifically went against Twitch's terms of service.
Yeah, I'm just talking about in general, but the Twitch thing's funny because that it just they're going to use that as heat, and it's going to be great. Imagine if they did a Ninja and announced that they're moving to Mixer instead. No, I'm just imagining Rob Van Dam's next promo going, "Yep, Rob Van Dam, I'm here. All of wrestling is a homage to me because, I've invented half the moves these kids are doing these days. That's right. And here's my girlfriend and my girlfriend's girlfriend, and together we are all too hot for Twitch." Yeah, they'll play on that. It's great publicity, but at the same time, I imagine they're annoyed that they've lost that revenue stream at the moment. They'll be back. Yeah. But it was entertaining. Like, it's not going to be for everyone, but then again, not every wrestling show, not every medium is meant to suit every palate. Like, some things are going to be unpalatable for some people, and some people are going to enjoy it. And it's funny. It also makes me laugh that that is a shoot. This is a legit thing that Rob Van Dam does in his life. He has his long-term girlfriend or wife. I don't know if they got married. They might be married. I can't remember. And then that girl is legitimately their respective girlfriend. They're in a throuple IRL, which is amazing, and fair play to Rob Van Dam and Katie Forbes. Look, as long as everyone is happy and satisfied, no one's been exploited. My favourite line from that promo was the girls asking what's ECW, and Rob Van Dam going, they weren't even born when that was on, winning, and I'm like, oh my god, that was brilliant. That was full on. That was full on midlife crisis, wasn't it? Like, it was. It was really funny. It's amazing that two of the most over people in wrestling are currently going for their midlife crisis. So. In a word. Sorry. What? No, not that. Never that. So you got the two midlife crisis guys running wrestling in Van Dam and Jericho. You love to see it. NXT UK, it was mainly more. You had some good matches. You had Mastiff against Ono, which was pretty good, and you had A-Kid against Connors. I think those are two matches that they announced. That is the two matches they announced. I watched them both. Joseph Connors versus A-Kid. Well, A-Kid is an absolute star to carry that guy through. Just don't like Joseph Connors, do we? No, this is just. I think Nathan said that Joseph Connors got a standing ovation. From what I could see, people stood up and booed. He got a standing boovation. Yeah. Also, top tip for anyone doing a podcast: don't stroke your cat while you're doing a podcast, because they will think you're playing and start biting and scratching your hand. Fuck, that hurt. Yeah. So, and then you had Mastiff against Ono, which was pretty good. I enjoyed that. Again, it's Ono putting over Mastiff, because we said Mastiff needs a program. He got one for a week. Maybe they'll continue this feud. We'll have to wait and see. They did announce 2 matches.
I think Mastiff's next program has to be Volta, surely.
I hope that'll be nice. I'd love them to do a Volta Mastiff feud for the belt. That'll be cool.
Hasn't he won? Like, the only feud he hasn't won is Joe Coffey, and Joe Coffey's back in the line. So,
yeah, good point. Well made. They announced 2 matches for next week. I think they're filming in York this weekend. I think so. Yeah,
tonight, I believe.
Oh, is it tonight and Saturday? I think it might be tonight and Saturday. They're filming in York.
Hold on. Oh no.
Technically, we should just text Day. He'll know. I don't know if he's going, but he'll know.
Yeah. He's not going.
Yeah. They announced 2 matches for the Cruiserweight Fatal 4-Way, putting 4 of NXT's finest. NXT's in air quotes for one of them, because you got Jordan Devlin against Ligero, which will be really, really good, and then Travis Banks against NXT OG, the Brian Kendrick.
The best British wrestler that ever was. Cassius Ohno is fuming right now.
Yeah. It's so weird. They have so many people. They could have put Gallagher in there. They could have put A-Kid could have been in there. They could have put literally dozens of people, and they just whacked in the Brian Kendrick because.
Why would it not be Bate?
Or Bate, yeah. It was Pete Dunne. Not any.
Oh no, it's not Bate. Sorry.
I'm about to say, I love to see what he did there.
Is fighting can't be Bate. Bate is fighting DIY at Worlds Collide. So
this is true.
I guess all I have to say is, considering the relative size of BritRest, and considering NXT UK has signed 2/3 of BritRest, build better people.
Yeah,
build better in general.
Do better is the long and short of this. I can't really think of anything else. Like, no, was it the opener on Impact was it a 6? No, it was a tag match, wasn't it? It was Shearer and
it was Lucha Rules. It was the Desi Hit Squad versus the Rascals versus Reno Scum versus the makeshift tag team of Daka, and the guy
TJP.
Okay, thank you for cutting me off.
I was just I think you did say I think there was an interview recently. We used to say that TJP looked a bit of a wrong and there were rumours that TJP that might have been true. However, it's come out online that I think a bunch of people that didn't like him were just defaming him online.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's most definitely not.
Yeah, he's confirmed. You had to get that word in, didn't you? You could not help yourself.
Word. Definitely.
Yeah, that's the one. You love adverbs.
Why not spread? I said, why not spread the gospel of the TWM squad with some of our lovely merch over at Teespring? We have t-shirts for all shapes and sizes, hoodies, sweatshirts, mugs, stickers, and loads more. Also, just for listening to this podcast, you can get 10% off your order. I said using the code podcast. That's podcast. Once again, podcast in the checkout for 10% off at teespring.com/TWM-wrestling-merch. That's right. Praise. Testify.
We need extra content because there wasn't enough for NXT UK and Impact. So we're going to talk about us going to BT Sport's housewarming party. Before it starts, big thank you to BT Sport, the new home for WWE in the UK, for inviting us. We behaved ourselves.
I really behaved myself.
Yeah, We'll
get into that in a bit.
Yeah. So it was the BT Sports Studios in Stratford. It started off well. We got lost.
Yeah. You're not even comfortable with your own ends.
Right. Are we starting this now? We're starting this now. Do not trigger me with this bollocks. Right. Because I got this. We were trying to find the bus. I never get the bus from Stratford because I'm going to say this now. Stratford is emphatically not my end. I am from Essex, not from Stratford. Stratford is not Essex. It is Greater London. My end basically Romford to about Barking. That's where I know my area. That's where I know my buses and trains. I don't know how to get a bus from Stratford. If I'm outside that station, I'm either going to Subway or I'm getting an Uber because I'm too drunk to get on the train. So they were like, where's this bus stop then, Matt? Where's the bus stop? I don't know where the bus stop is. And Joe was like, I'm lost. I'm on the wrong side of Westfield. I'm like, come to the other end. We met there. We got there. In the end, we found out that the bus we wanted was literally exactly where Joe was an hour ago, because Joe turned up an hour early because he wanted to prove a point.
No, it's not that.
You say it's because of work. It's you wanted to prove a point.
That I had planned to do in the time when I left work early just fell through, so I had nothing to do, so I went to Stratford.
You literally could have gone straight home, got changed, and then come back out again like I did.
Or, well, I showered at work, and I planned for the stuff, so I showered at work.
Still.
Oh, I did. Well, let's not do this on pod.
Then we get to the BT Sports Studios, and the actual event thing was like actually in the actual big studio where they do like all the Premier League stuff and the UFC stuff and all that, and it was mad. It was in like generally like we've been to a few PR events with previous companies, and it'll be like a bar somewhere. There are a few bits there. People are trying like, oh, look at this, look at that, look at this. They're trying to like put themselves over. There's like a free bar for like an hour. Job done. This is the first proper full blown big company PR event we've been to, and my God, did WWE and BT show out. Even from the beginning, Joe, when we walked up to BT Sports Studios, what was outside?
It was a bunch of ladders and chairs, and it was a hearse with Undertaker's logo all over it that you could literally get in.
Yeah, that's where we got a hilarious video of Joe reenacting Backlash 99, which was great. But then it was so... I'm going to caveat this now. This is not racial behaviour. I'm just saying this now. It was so dark that I had to really like try and struggle to. It was a black car in the dark, and we couldn't see Joe. But I managed to get it to work in the end. We should have put flash on in hindsight, but we wanted to get all the logos about reflecting. But I digress. We then went in, and there was just literally everything everywhere. It was. What was your favourite bit of like bric-a-brac that was around the entire studio?
Probably the Hulkamania shirt on the way in.
I did like that photo. You were like, I need a photo of this now, and it was just you looking disappointed staring at a Hulkamania shirt.
No, the beauty of that photo is you can't see my face.
Yeah, it was just highly amusing. I liked you just had like random belts just knocking about all over the shop. We were the only ones who didn't put belts on because we're not fucking marks.
Are you joking? Have you?
Oh no! Wait, Dan did it. Dan, because people went. By the way, for context, me, Joe, and Big Boss Dan, the Big Boss Dan, went to this event because it was there. Big Boss Dan and me, and for me, it was literally 20 minutes from my house. So of course, I was going to call dibs.
Oh, 20 minutes from your house.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I know where it is because Romford's 10 minutes from my house, so that's what I'm saying.
Nah, I'm sorry.
Not my end. Not my end. It's not my end. I didn't grow up in Stratford, so I didn't grow up in and around Stratford. Right, nearest shopping centre to me, it was the Exchange in Romford. It was not Stratford. I never went to Stratford. If you went out on a whim, you went to Lakeside, which is even further out, or you went to the Exchange in Romford. You never went to Stratford. Stratford's only become a thing in the last 10 years.
Okay. All right.
It was not a thing.
Your back is up. Your back is up.
It is. My back is up because I'm getting triggered with your need for saying that it's my end when it's not my end. That's like me turning around to you and saying Camden's your end because it's 20 minutes from your house.
Kind of is.
Shut up. Don't worry, you got your penance on Wednesday because when you walked in there, Mr. Dry January over here, and realised it was a free bar.
Well, yeah, okay, fine. We can talk about that as well. I still hate myself to this day.
Yeah, genuinely, I did feel bad because I felt like we were taking a vegan to a fucking meat festival. Having you there on dry January.
And you vegan to a meat festival.
Yeah, but it was just, we were like, just have a beer. You're fine. Like, we're not going to judge you, but the second I said that, I knew deep down in my heart of hearts, in the subcockle region of my heart, I knew that the second we said just have a beer, we won't no one's gonna make a big deal out of it. You then suddenly went, well, now I'm doing this to prove a fucking point. So you were on the Sprites because they had no orange juice. It was either straight liquor,
fizzy drinks, or straight liquor or fizzy drinks, and I'm not the biggest fan of either, and Sprite is the fruitiest thing they had. Well, no, a margarita was, but fuck my life.
But yeah, so me and Dan made our way through several beers. I'm
very upset you didn't move on to the hard stuff.
No, I was, after a while I was getting tired. I had to have a Coke to get the caffeine rushing. And then they also had WWE 2K20, so I got to play that for the first time, even though I go for Christmas. It's just still sitting in the cellophane on my desk.
I am proud that I won that because I don't play 2K games.
Yeah, for one, and this is not an excuse, I'm just saying it was on the Xbox, so I kind of vaguely knew the combinations, but then again, you don't play it, so it doesn't really matter either way. We played Xavier Woods versus X-Pac in a Falls Count Anywhere match because reasons, and Joe just went full... basically, Joe channeled backstage Sin Cara and proceeded to just constantly punch and kick me.
Just all I knew how to do.
Yeah, and I was trying to do flying moves and stop him, but he just kept countering everything I was doing and just kept punching me in the face and then pinned.
As soon as I worked out what the button was to counter, I had it in the back.
Yeah, because that's my biggest weakness in WWE games is not knowing how to counter stuff. I'm good at if I can just get a 10-hit combo on, I'm golden. But if someone figures out how to counter moves, I am fucking finished. So then, there actually was also a massive wrestling ring there. Not a massive wrestling ring, just a wrestling ring there. But then we get to first story of the night, which is Stephanie McMahon powering off Dan.
To be fair, Dan can spin this in a really positive way. Stephanie McMahon just compared Dan to Triple H's mum.
Yeah, but I feel like she meant it in a mocking sense. I'm going to tell the story. So,
of course. Well, yeah, go for it.
The first thing we do after we spot the ring and start taking photos and stuff, we did loads of social media stuff. Thank you everyone that liked and retweeted everything we did. We really appreciate that. We spotted Stephanie chatting to different people, and then we noticed there were some people getting photos, and me and Dan were like, "Did we get a photo?" We were like, when are we ever in any form of lifetime going to get the opportunity to get a selfie with Stephanie McMahon? And we was like, right, we'll go line up. So we line up, we're two people from getting a photo. We are the next group of people, and Stephanie just goes, hold on a minute, I've got to do an interview with BT Sport, I'll be right back. Joe over here, rightfully so, takes the negative approach of she's not coming back. She's going to get called away, and they're going to say, really sorry, she can't do any more things, she's got to get ready for the rest of the show, blah, blah, blah. Literally the exact opposite happened. She gets the BT Sport interview done. She comes over and goes, I'm going to come over the other... Because she was doing photos over a guardrail, just doing the normal, fan photo thing. She's like, I'm just going to walk around to meet you guys. So me and Dan and Joe turn around and gone, oh shit, we're not just going to meet Stephanie, we're going to shake her hand and put arm around and have an actual meeting with one of the biggest executives in WWE, basically pretty much the second in pretty much the second in command to Vince in regards of the McMahon hierarchy in WWE. So
King order. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As she comes round, Dan gets his photo, demands another one because he doesn't like it. Didn't like it because he's a fucking such a pont with selfies. It's ridiculous. And then he takes one.
Inside.
Then I get a photo with Stephanie, and Dan takes one on his phone because he's got a better camera than me and Joe. So he takes a photo, and it's taken ages, like not too long, but long enough that you'd make a comment. And Stephanie McMahon just leans into me and just goes, he takes photos, like he acts like my mother-in-law. Danny's just standing there jittering with a phone, not knowing what to do. So I just start laughing, and then I'm like, thank you for the event, and I'm like, Dan, she just mugged you off massively there. And he's like, don't care what she said. I spoke to Stephanie McMahon, not bothered.
Do you want another layer to this? Do you know this about well, you don't know her that well. My sister idolizes Stephanie McMahon,
and you refuse to get a photo with her.
Oh, I know, but my sister idolizes Stephanie McMahon, and so what I did for my sister was I recorded an entrance because my sister loves the theme.
Yeah, she's the only one.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't. Well, no. There's another fan. You're talking to another fan, Matthew.
Really? Really, you like that?
The theme is hilarious.
No, there's a different thing. There's finding it good, and then there's finding it funny.
Oh well. So I sent the picture to my sister. She was like, "Oh my god, Stephanie, I can't believe you're that close to her." And I was like, I turned down a picture with her, lol. And then sent her the picture with Dan, and she went, "Oh my god, they look good together."
Somewhere Paul Levesque is shook. Just brilliant. And then we get called to the ring, and they do this big, basically a big sales pitch for BT Sport. It was nice. You had Radzi from NXT UK and Rugby Union player Hugo Monnier. I want to say Rugby Union.
Yes, Harlequins.
And then they bring out 5. Was it 5? Yeah. No. Yeah. 4 legends.
Woo!
Yeah. First of all, we get Flair. And me and Joe are very excited because it sounds like they're going to give Flair a live microphone. But then, first of all, it does seem like he just goes respectful. That's all they ask him about the UK fans. He goes respectful, and we're like, oh, they've specifically told Flair to say one word and one word only.
So hard, motherfucker. No, they've probably they've told Flair was you don't get a drink until the media stuff is done.
It's just one of those. But he wasn't really around for long, so unless he must have gone back to the hotel with things like that.
I started drinking.
To be fair, like, I don't want to cast aspersions on the man, but like, he's getting on now. I imagine at that point he must have just been like, I've got to fly back. I'm going to go have a quiet one. One would imagine. So you had Ric Flair, you had Kurt Angle, you had Paige, who was loving like Paige is genuinely like, you know, we always say we have the list of people of like wrestlers you'd gladly like go and meet at the pub. I think Paige is definitely one of them because she is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she was on there talking about stuff and just going like, I'm trying really hard not to curse. Don't worry. We spoke to her for I spoke to her for a minute and we got her to swear. Which was brilliant. And then they bring out the 4th legend and Hall of Famer, Cain Velasquez. The highlight of which was when they were like, he's a former UFC champion. Someone behind us got very, very excited thinking it was Brock.
Oh my god.
Which is really funny. I'm like, oh, you've clearly not read the press release, have you? Yeah, so they came out and they cut promos, and then like most places it'll be like, oh, there'll be like for the assorted press. And we went down as guests. We didn't want really down as necessarily press. And they were like, no, we're just going to send them out into the crowd, into the throng of people with to like get photos and interview people. So we're standing there. I think Dan's gone to the toilet at this point, and we get to story 2. The look on Joe's face when he realises Ric Flair is within
behind me.
Yeah, this was brilliant. Do you want to tell your version of events first, or shall I tell you me seeing and me telling you that he was behind you first?
It's like, I don't remember. Like,
did you black out?
Which explains the look on my face for the one photo that's available for everyone.
Yeah, it will be on the podcast post, the photo of you and Flair, to be honest, because it's gold. So they all walk out one by one. They walk round the guard round and come into the public area bit. And I turn to Joe and just go, Joe, you're 3 feet away from Ric Flair. I don't know, like, it's the first time I've ever seen the colour drain from your face.
Which is an impressive feat. If you think.
Yeah, it was impressive. And you were just like, generally, if you would have probably screamed. But you realised how close you were to Ric Flair. So, when I told you that, what was like... So, describe your reaction when I was like, Ric Flair's literally behind you, Joe.
I think that was it, really. Everything just kind of...
Everything went slow motion, didn't it?
A little bit. And there were lots of people in front of me, and I was like, well, maybe he's probably going to go, but let me try and get a photo. And, well, the rest is history. Yeah,
you got a photo with Flair, and it's a brilliant photo. We all got photos of Flair, which was... He was genuinely so just... Like... I can imagine, like, it's Ric fucking Flair. He does not need to be that receptive and kind to a bunch of British, like, journalist marks. There were some journos there, but, like, yeah, a bunch of, like, guys were like, oh my god, it's Flair. But he was so nice to everyone. He shook everyone's hand. He took a photo of everyone. Like, when are you ever going to get a photo of Ric Flair? Am I right? Like, it's... You were going to do it.
I wish I had... Funnily enough, a drink would have helped. If I'd had a drink, it probably would have helped me in that situation. I would have been...
You met your hero.
Yeah,
you met your hero. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
I met my problematic fave.
It's just, yeah. Then we get to story 3. So Dan returns, and my aim...
yeah.
Oh, I know what you're going to bring up. Are you going to bring up the beer story first?
Yeah, I was actually. Wait, this? Oh, yeah. No, but that comes a bit later. What I was going to bring up was, you want to know how much of a ponce Dan is with photos? He's the reason I don't have a photo of Paige. You asked for another one instead of me.
He's such an ass. You should have told me I would take one with you. We went back 2 minutes. Oh, anyway, get to the point. Story 3. My interaction with Paige, because my goal, the entire thing, I wanted to get do a little like chat with Paige, because I love Paige. Paige is a pioneer for British women's wrestling. I love women's wrestling. I wanted to get talk to her about her mum, talk to her about British wrestling and stuff, but then everyone was swarming around, and she was loving life. You could tell she was just really happy to be in the UK and happy to be around everyone, because sometimes, you know, like you can tell when someone's putting it on, like when they're pretending, but generally Paige was just loving it. She was like chatting to everyone, being really nice to everyone. We all go get photos. I get a photo with her, and I'm just like, I told her like that I did commentary on one of her old matches in WW, and she's like, oh wow, it's amazing. And I went, oh, and I watched your mum in Eve on Sunday, like in the Rumble, and she's been so careful minding her P's and Q's with her minder behind her, and she's like, oh no, I got to send a video, and she got such a fucking big pop. Oh no, I cursed. I was like, yes, get in.
Amazing.
So me and Dan get photos with Paige. Unfortunately Joe didn't, which is a real shame. But then like a minute later,
I got a photo with Kurt Angle. You guys didn't.
Oh, do you get one with Kurt? Because Kurt was the other end, wasn't he? And we met.
I've got a story about Kurt Angle, but finish this one.
Okay, I'll tell you the page. If you've got a story about Kurt, that's really good. So a minute later, we go. I'm going back because it's thinned out, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go see if I can get her. I'm like, hi. She's like, oh, you're back again. You're back again. And I'm like, can we do a little video just talking about NXT UK for like a minute? And I was expecting I haven't got the time, but she's gone, yeah, sure, cool. I'm like, Dan, good. We filmed the video. And then she goes, are you wearing dupe? And I've just gone, yes. And then she goes, well, you smell like my boyfriend. And I'm just like, did not expect that response. I did not expect to, be sniffed by Paige in a non-creepy way. And then also be like, yes, you smell like my ex-boyfriend. Because I got so much shit from my friends saying that I smell like a 14-year-old boy because I was wearing dupe when I went out with them. Now I'm saying that Paige said it was fine. Y'all can go fuck yourself. I got it for Christmas last year, and I'm happy, and I'm still wearing it to this day. So there we go. Got the seal of approval from a highly fashionable person in Paige. So y'all can bite me. Anyway, we got the little chat with Paige, and it's doing amazingly well online. I think about between like 13 and 15,000 views on Twitter, which is awesome, and got retweeted by Viper and stuff, which is really, really cool. Anyway, we now jump cut to Joe with Kurt Angle.
Oh, like, Kurt was nice, shook his hand, took a photo, nice and simple. My story didn't even happen to me. I have no idea what the person in front of me said to Kurt Angle, because he had a little bit more time, because the bouncer was, Kurt's mind was making sure that no one was standing behind him, so that no one was photobombing the pictures with him. But the person in front of me said something, and Kurt, like, and all I hear is Kurt going, "Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. You're you, and you're strong, and you got to this point." And like literally, and I was like, "Oh my god, he's literally just he lives his gimmick."
Yeah,
he's an all-American hero. What is this? They say never beat your heroes, but what the heck is this?
I have a feeling, I don't know who it is, but there were a bunch of guys from... We spoke to one, didn't we, from Hustle, the trading school. So I wouldn't be shocked if it was I wouldn't be shocked if it was one of those guys that was like saying like, "Oh,
it might have been, It
might have been. No, shout out to the Hustle though. But I think it was Koss was his name, was one of the guys from Hustle. Yeah. Absolute G, yeah.
Yeah. What a nice guy.
Lovely guy.
What a nice guy Kurt Angle was.
Oh yeah, Kurt Angle.
Lovely.
We met Rick, we met Paige, we met Kurt. We didn't bother. We came to Velasquez.
Dan's a coward.
Yeah, we waited Dan to go offer him out for a fight because he's already fought. He's fought and beaten Anderson Silva. So
100%. Like,
it's a true story. Go through his Instagram. There's photos of him doing MMA with Anderson Silva. It's brilliant.
It's really like, and if he gets 3 wins, if he gets 3 unsanctioned wins against former UFC stars, then he gets a title shot.
Yeah, in Saudi Arabia. He'll replace him in the Rumble. It'll be brilliant. There was some like nice they put some matches on. Like we saw Sheamus against Andrade, which was fun. We saw Nikki against Charlotte, because it was so weird, because we literally realised that was probably the smallest crowd that Charlotte's ever wrestled in front of.
Possibly. I think she was in FCW, but I could be wrong.
I may be, but that was... Yeah, and it was weird, because they wrestled very holiday camp style matches, and it was done very, very, like, casually, so it was quite funny.
Andrade wasn't casual.
Oh yeah,
he was taking work.
Oh yeah, he was going full like messy bump. But Charlotte was probably like pointing people out in the crowd. But this is for you, sweetheart, doing moves and shit.
The woman next to me.
Oh, who loved Charlotte Flair. It was great.
Astounding. She was incredible.
Absolute hero. I wish we got her name, because she was a legend in the front row. And then we got Gallus against...
hashtag horny for Gallus.
Hashtag horny for Gallus. We did send a message. We did send a video to Day, and he showed us his hat against Mustache Mountain and Ilya Dragunov.
Russian strong style, as they dubbed it.
Yeah, Russian strong style. And this was great, because we just kept like there were a few small, you could tell, because there's a bunch of journo guys. You had us, you had Sports Keeda, you had, we're not really journalists, but you know what I mean. Us, Keeda, you had Talksport, Cultaholic were there a bit. We didn't see a lot. We saw them walking about, and then they disappeared. Metro was there because we saw Steph, who obviously does stuff with us as well, but she was there in Metro capacity. Stephanie is an absolute sweetheart, and we got a nice little photo of... We got an undisputed... I didn't realise, basically we did the Undisputed Era Christmas post.
I kept meaning to reply that, but people kept getting sick at work. How dare they?
How dare they? Disgusting. But it was...
Sorry.
It was one of yours. So we met Steph and stuff, and we met Alex and Gary. But there were pockets of people that...
And we met Steph.
So we said Steph.
We met Steph and we met Steph.
Oh, you did? I got what you meant there. Fuck's sake. We met Steph and we met another Steph. But you could tell there were small pockets of people that were into Brit Rest, because we started all the classic Mustache Mountain like the na Tyler Bate and Trent Seven proper started them all. I'm like, yeah, no, a bunch of people, and Gallus would just properly play into it. The airplane spin that Tyler Bate did, where they all just kept spinning around outside.
Yeah, they sold the airplane spin for like a minute on the outside.
Oh, it was brilliant.
Oh, Gallus boys on top indeed.
I told you would get a phone with Gallus, but you wouldn't go do it. But yeah, then after that they had Krypton Conan playing, which was really, really cool. That was fun.
It was really good.
And then we kind of hung out with we met Alex McCarthy from TalkSport and Sportskeeda. Gary from Sportskeeda, we love the Sportskeeda lads. They are a bunch of absolute gems. And that was kind of our little. Oh no! Wait, are we telling do you want to tell should I tell the beer story?
You tell the beer story.
Me being the king of shitty first impressions. So for ages we're trying to find Steph. Steph is not the tallest person in the world. She's a tiny blonde girl, and we're walking about, and we keep thinking we see her, and we keep thinking we hear a faint, like Irish accent. And I'm like, I think that's Stephanie, but I don't want to like walk about. Hi, I'm like before. And they're like, I don't know who you are. And I'm like, well, now I feel like a dick. So then. Eventually, I think I end up looking at my phone and stumbling across. She must have literally just put a photo up that second on Instagram, and it was like, "Oh no, look, it's literally her. They're wearing the exact same outfit." So we walk over. So I make a beeline towards her to be like, "Hey, I'm Matty. You started doing stuff for us. Blah 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 blah." Someone literally next to us, as I'm extending my hand out to say hi to Steph, bumps into my hand. So I drop my bottle of beer on the floor, knocks the bottle of beer out of my hand. Dan doesn't see this and turns around and just goes, "Oh, for fuck's sake, Matt, we can't take you anywhere. You're making a beer." I'm like, that wasn't like, normally I would like, yeah, no, I dropped my beer. But I'm like, that literally was not my fault. And the guy next to me is going, it wasn't his fault. But Dan is just doubling down on me being a clumsy prick.
Meanwhile, I've just gone to the bar and gone, "1 Corona, please." Yeah,
smooth as you like. Joe goes, "1 Corona." He goes, "Don't drop this one." Matt, I'm literally holding it like a baby. And I'm like, "Stephanie, I'm Matt. Sorry about that." But yeah, no, it was really, really fun. And then funny, did we bump into someone that went to your uni? Or was it...
Nah.
Who was the person we bumped into then?
It was just, we chat online sometimes.
Oh, I thought we bumped and I swear something about, they went to the same uni or whatever. But yeah, that was really weird that you bumped into someone that you knew. That was really, really odd at the BT Sport thing.
Mostly you are, but yeah, he was really nice.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to tell the story about bumping into someone who we're not going to see very much anymore.
Who was that?
Smallman.
Oh yes, we saw Jim, didn't we? We saw Jim and
you saw Jim.
Oh, Dan saw Jim as well. Dan walked past when Dan went the first time. Dan went to the toilet when Flair first came out. He was like, "Oh, I know. I just saw Jim in a 3-piece suit," and he was really confused to see Jim. And I was like, "It's weird seeing like this." And I spoke to him about 10 minutes about Takeshi's Castle. And talking about how there was All Japan wrestlers in it was the monsters in Takeshi's Castle.
Away.
Yeah, or like if you saw a white guy, the big white monster guy in Takeshi's Castle was Gary Albright. I think we were chatting about. They used All Japan wrestlers as the big monsters in Takeshi's Castle, and there's an episode of it that I'm pretty sure Liger's on. I know there's a Ninja Warrior with Liger and Okada on. I know that. But yeah, we ended up chatting about that, and then
I thought the story that I want to tell is when Jim remembered that we were part of TWM Wrestling,
which is lovely. It's very, very nice.
Which is lovely, and he asked how many of us were here, and you said,
"Oh, right." Let me tell this story. I'm going to tell the story because I feel like you're going to lead with one bit, and it's going to sound worse than it actually is. So I was joking. I said to him, "Oh yeah, no, me, Dan, and Joe are here," and he's like, "Oh yeah." Like because we've emailed back and forth with Adam and John and Briley and Jim, and Glenn knows her just from chatting to him at different shows and stuff. So I'm like, "Oh yeah," as I used for like, "Oh yeah, no, we joked that me, Joe, and Dan are like the Jim, John, and Glenn of our website." And he's like, "Who's who?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm clearly Jim."
Are you sure about that?
And then I went. Well, we said Dan's Briley because he's very stoic but had a tendency to kill, and he was like, fair enough. And then I went, and then that makes Joe Glenn because, and then Jim makes a joke of, oh, so he's never here and he's got a horrific drug problem, and he was like, clearly Jim is joking, he's fucking around. And then I've just turned around and gone, no, Joe's a drinking problem, completely different. And then that second, Glenn walks past and we both just start laughing. And I'm like, hey Glenn. He's like, hey Matt. And I was like, just really, really strange how things work out. But yeah,
I'm offended that you implied that I'm never here. I am your alcohol-soaked safety net, and I catch everything because I'm always here. In fact, I can't wait for the day that the thing that I need to catch is on fire so that everything goes to shit.
But I never said that. Jim said that. I just said no. I said no. You're drink, not drugs. There was that different point, my friend. I never said you weren't here. So
always here.
I said you're more the way you're Glenn is because you are the overly flamboyant one that likes to use dramatic prose, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And if we were to have a commentary team, you'd probably be the guy to do it. So,
thanks, Matthew.
Yeah,
I don't know any moves. Everyone is getting planted.
so neither does Michael Cole. So you're fine. Just say Blue Thunderbomb 36 times. Right. Anyway,
conventional Blue Thunderbomb.
Big thank you to BT Sport. They were absolute legends, and we are very, very excited to kind of be on nodding terms with them at the moment. Hopefully we're doing a lot more stuff with them in the future. BT Sport, the home of WWE in the UK, getting Raw, SmackDown, NXT and NXT UK. To go and subscribe to BT Sport now on whatever platform you have to watch your television or your internet. You can also get a BT Sport monthly pass, and it's also available on the BT Sport app. There's the admin out of the way. We just, yeah. If you want to get in touch with us at TWM Wrestle, we've got loads of stuff going on over the next few days. We've had a pretty mad week, if we're brutally honest, and it's in no sign of letting up because we've got a progress preview coming out on TWM News, the newly revamped TWM.news. Totally planned to have a complete rejig of the website. Didn't accidentally press a button and reset the whole thing at 3:30 today. Therefore, just going, you know what? I'm going to have a little fiddle around with the website and see what I can make it look like, and then accidentally make it look really nice. So, yeah, I'm professional. And then, this coming up this Monday, we've got a preview of NWA Hard Times where Shirley is sitting down with...
Daddy.
It's... Because there's a thing. We'll say it. TWM member... I'm confidant. Affiliate. TWM affiliate. Stu Bennett. We announced it today, and I was very uneasy with Kayla using the word he has joined TWM because I feel like there's some sort of contract thing there that could get us in a lot of trouble. But he's going to be kind of exclusively previewing NWA pay-per-views with Shirley, starting off with Hard Times this Monday, which is awesome.
Hold on 1 second. Why is Betty White trending on Twitter?
Oh, it's her birthday. Don't panic.
Fuck for that.
Someone put it on Twitter, and so they started crying, and then they stopped, checked their phone, and she's 98 years old today, so we're fine. I hope we're fine. Click it just in case. Because I can't go on to the next bit without knowing that Betty White is fine. Dramatic pause. Joe, you have to...
Happy 98th birthday, Betty White. 10 things to know about our Golden Girl.
Right, we're fine. Betty White's still alive. And also, out today, because this is a thing, we are running a... Basically, what we've done is we've done that thing of we've put on a TV show directly against the Super Bowl, because... This is not getting listened to right away because we all know that everyone has already downloaded our special interview that came out today, where Shirley sat down with Charlotte Flair.
Woo!
Yeah, the 11-time women's champion sat down with her longtime friend, which we only realised literally a few days ago when it all got confirmed. Big up to Kelly for sort of hooking this up and letting Shelley talk to a friend that she's known for over 5 years. They've been friends for time, her and Flair. So go and download it and stream that, and then once you've done that, you can listen to this and listen to us at the BT Sport Play. This was all thanks to BT Sport. They are absolute legends, and we look forward to their glorious new regime. I, for one, welcome our new wrestling overlords. Joe, social media.
At WrestleSplania.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Don't know why you bring that up. At Matty ID, if you want to see occasional tweets. I can't be bothered with Twitter anymore. I keep putting things on Twitter, then for some reason I'm immediately regretting them 15 minutes later. Don't know why. You can get us on at TWM Wrestle. This has been...
Is this the driving thing again?
I couldn't do that. Annoyingly, I'm so pissed I couldn't. There was a plan to do a skit based off the fact that Stu Bennett's got involved. On top of that, Lucy Openshaw, like one of Brit Wrest's like bright young things, has made the jump. Brother Jack is going to be helping out at TWM Wrestling. So yeah, and I was meant to do a Harry Redknapp style interview, but then Dickhead here deleted everything off the website, so I had to go and run home and quickly get all that put together. We might do another one later in the week. We'll see what we can do.
Have we signed anyone else?
I'm looking at Nico Cranshaw on a 6-month deal. We're going to see. I need someone who's nippy on the wing. Terrific player. Anyway, this has been Best of the Rest. Bit of a different Best of the Rest. I would say who's on SmackDown tomorrow, but I generally don't know at this point. I think it's me, maybe Reese, maybe Joe. I don't know. You'll find out tomorrow, to be honest.
It's not me.
Oh, so it's me and someone. You'll find out tomorrow. Anyway, it's been real. Thanks for listening. We'll speak to you guys soon.
Bye.